Wait, let's do it live. Do it live. Do it live. Do it live. 7 seconds. Blah, blah, blah. Hi, everybody. This is Brown. What's today's date? It's Wednesday, June, or is it June the 4th? I am Brune, and I hope you're all doing very, very well today, folks. Last minute computer woes. My internet browser it's not been happy for the last few days, so I need to investigate. It's not happy, folks, but we are here. So shall we? Yes, good evening, chat. Shall we get some guests on? It would be rude not to. Let's do this. Okay, all stepping in at the last moment as well. Awesome, guys. Here we go then. So, oh, what a panel. Okay, first up, it is old polar bear himself, Istaphobas.
Cheers, chat.
You all right?
God damn it, Kyle. Yep, we're doing okay.
Okay, and on
How
that
is
bombshell. Yeah, not bad. On that bombshell, let's get the next one on. Okay, next. Stepping in at the last moment. Deeply of the Sir Melvin Shire. Hello.
Howdy.
You all right?
I'm all right. How we doing? What do we reckon? Where is all the hookers?
Romania.
From all of them? Did you scare them all the way, Brown?
No,
what did you say to them, Brown? They were fine when I left them with
I would say the best overall package, they're in Romania.
They're in the other room where all the blow is.
Like
normal people.
They kind of go together, you have to admit.
Are you well, Melvin? Yes.
I am fantabulous. I know
you are, mate.
Shockingly good, Brown.
Thank you for stepping in, mate. Shall we get the next peep on?
You know the drill. Only
I do.
If it's somebody good.
Okay, that's it. Good night, everybody. Let's get the... Okay. The channel's very own astromech droid. It is Professor Artoo.
Hello.
You all right?
Yeah, doing all right. Busy, staying busy, doing some. Well, I don't get to do spring cleaning because I'm too damn busy in the spring. So I'm doing some summer cleaning, and boy, do I have a lot of garbage around here. Yeah. Yeah, not as much garbage as we're going to talk about on the stream today, but yeah.
Oh, there's a couple of snippets that are okay. Yes, it's a it is Sausage Fest. Hello, Sword. I'm glad I've saved you from a shit movie, mate. Hello.
Okay. Are you assuming my accessories? Is that what? Sorry. Okay.
Yes. That's a point. Shall we get the next person on, Prof?
I don't know. Does it mean I can leave?
Well, in 2 hours, yes.
Let's bring him on.
Okay. Who do you reckon, Prof? You know who's... Come on, who do you reckon?
Oh,
it's a tough... It's Hobson's choice, isn't it?
You know something. I want to
interrupt. Right, okay, I heard. Okay.
It's got to be either Pedro Pascal or Bella Ramsey because they're in fucking everything.
I'm waiting for them to be on open bar, to be honest.
But
they've been everywhere else. Christ. Okay. No, it's not Starmer.
I'll shut up now. Sorry, Artoo.
Okay. I heard there was a hello, Ed.
You right?
Yeah. What are you eating? Anything?
Not eating, I'm drinking. I've had a hard day, so I thought I'd have a bit of alcohol. Day? Yeah, it's been a tough one with shit editing up to my eyeballs, but I got everything done, and then more work comes in, so I'm taking a rest. So there you go. How's everybody? All right?
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah?
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
Okay.
Silence.
No,
doing just fine.
I got a lot of private messages about my discussion with Vex last time.
Oh, it's fantastic.
So that was hilarious. But I kept saying to them, it wasn't an attack. You know, can you not tell I was laughing? It was, the whole thing was a bit of a joke, really. And but some people don't believe me, so there you go.
No, you, Vex and yourself. I think you should do a show together because it's just great. When you two are firing on all cylinders, it's a good
Well,
listen.
The only reason why I was firing on all cylinders because she was very, very wrong. so here you go.
I think, Mega Geek, you're probably just racist. You just don't realize it.
Probably,
Yeah.
probably.
Everybody just wants drama. They
know,
want
it's-
some sort of beef
I know,
between
it's like,
people.
just-
Like,
Fuck off, not interested. But anyway, Ian, it's great to have you on.
It's good to be on. Shall we get on with it?
You should do. No, there's one more.
Ah,
There's another. You should do the show with Vex. I think you two be a good show.
nah.
Okay, let's get the last guest on. It's old Leather himself. All right, Price. Okay, let's start again.
Hello.
All right, Price.
Are you well?
I'm making videos.
Oh yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I was distracted for a second. What's up?
Why are you making videos?
No, I wasn't making videos. I was
So
looking at
many
a post
videos.
and I didn't realize you were already talking to me.
What's the most videos you've made in one day?
I probably, for each channel, I mean, there have been days that I've done 2 videos in a stream,
What?
maybe one for one channel, one for another, and then a stream. But
Do you sleep?
I do sleep, but yeah, I don't make videos every day, even though it's in the jingle. It's I don't make them every day, but I will say that I do invest a lot of energy into my videos, especially on the main channel.
Yeah, I do like your videos, to be fair.
Like I think if anything, they're rather underrated.
Even though you say it yourself.
Well, they're rated by me, but they're not rated by others, I suppose.
So humble, so humble.
You've got to be. You've got to be. You know, if you are good, you know, you're allowed to say I am not bad. Yeah, you can say that. You just got to be
When
able to
did-
back it up, though.
When did you start your channel, Price?
I think that it was a strange process because I actually started it kind of before Couve, I think.
Oh,
And I
right.
had a plan to go to conventions and to places and interview people as a puppet. And I started doing that. I actually started doing that. The first few videos, that's what the channel is. But then there was the Couve. So I'm like, okay, I won't do that. And it
You're
took
allowed
me
to
a
say
while to
COVID.
think what I even wanted to do. And maybe for the next year, I only uploaded like, 3 or 4 videos. I almost didn't do anything. And at some point, I just one day decided I posted like a movie review. And I then just decided that I want to do more of that. And I did it more regularly.
Oh, okay.
I've got a question here. Sorry, Ian,
Mm.
go on.
No, I was just wondering because I've subscribed to Price of Reason Live. And
Right.
what's the other channel? There's 2, isn't there? What's the other one?
There's Price of Reason and there's
Dead.
Price of Reason Live. Price of Reason is there's like a blue background and I don't have a microphone. And the more purpley one with a microphone, that's Price of Reason Live. So the live one is more experimental. It has a lot like live streams and things like that. And the other one is more proper for reviews. The one with the blue background, that's considered the main
It's
channel.
very confusing.
Oh, you haven't got a link on Price of Reason Live. All you got is your Twitter link, but you haven't got the link to that channel.
I
Maybe
don't.
you should put it on there. No, you don't. As far as I can see.
Oh, come on,
If
Price,
you
get with
if you
it.
scroll through it, usually it shows my official channels and then it shows 2 of them.
Welcome to YouTube.
No, not really.
Tech Talk on Mr. Brown Alliance.
Home
all.
page, awful.
Just
It's
amuse
awful.
yourself,
That's Captain
folks.
America. No, I'm just saying. All right, here. All right, I found it. It's okay. I found it. Okay, right.
For
Cool.
somebody
Carry
called
on.
Mega Geek, you're really rubbish at geeky stuff.
Yeah.
I think the
Um,
internet
okay.
should be easy. The internet should
would-
be easy for a Mega Geek.
Okay, if
No.
I may, somebody said in one of my comments the other day that YouTube is literally putting an advert every 3 minutes on the live streams.
They are, yeah, they are.
It's just
They are.
crazy. When I finish the stream, I literally delete half of the ads that YouTube places. YouTube is just, I don't know what's wrong. They've just, either it's a ploy to make mega money or a ploy to kill smaller channels. I don't know.
Yeah, but do you know if you use Brave, then they eliminate the adverts on YouTube.
Oh well, yeah, I've got an ad blocker, but I don't use it. I have the attitude that if everybody's got ad blockers, the people who like me won't get anything. So you've got to decide to ad block or not to ad block.
Yeah, I eventually decided that, because it's always like playing whack-a-mole with the ad blocker things. So I finally gave in. I watch enough YouTube, and I have enough people that I regularly watch that I want them to get their ad revenue. So I've paid for the premium YouTube. So I don't have to watch the ads, but I know people are still getting their ad revenue from it.
I realized I don't watch any streaming services anymore, so I went ahead and it's YouTube all the time, so I went ahead and went with premium. But there is a reason the advertising on American television has gotten so bad, because the ratings are so low that all these companies have a lot of freed up advertisement money, and they're looking for eyeballs. So they've gone to Twitter and they've gone to YouTube, and literally YouTube doesn't have enough space to put in all the ads that people are buying up.
Yeah, the networks are really having a bad time so far.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, and it's not just YouTube either. If you go over to, say, Twitch, if you watch a stream over there that's monetized, that has ads on it, you are talking like every 3 minutes there's like 6 ads.
It's just crazy the amount of ads.
It's insane.
Yeah, but I don't understand, with all the quality programming like Doctor Who and The Acolyte, why the ratings are going so poorly for them.
Here you go, John Yulden. Hello, John. I know you. I have had YouTube Premium for a few years now. I couldn't go back to ad interruptions. It's a tactic to get people to move to Premium.
It is, yeah.
It's part of it.
I think not liking ads just makes us like a different kind of bigot now, but like anti-ad bigots or something.
Oh, well.
Well, it's sort of...
No,
It does correspond to the changes in the base code in Chrome that no longer allow ad blockers.
Well, that's why I use Brave.
Yep.
That's why I use Brave as well.
Because I can still use all the old plugins.
Yeah, Brave's pretty cool.
I use Firefox, but Firefox has not been happy since this last update. Why I'm having problems.
Hasn't not been happy since Clint Eastwood stole their plane.
Yes.
that really pissed him off for sure.
You can also use them. There's an open...
Welcome to...
Whatever.
Ista, go on, Ista, go on, do it.
Okay, there's a browser similar to Brave. It's open source, based on Firefox. It's called LibreWolf.
Yeah,
it has built-in ad blocking and no tracking, because one of the things Firefox sort of changed its privacy policy to basically say you have no privacy. Because the code is open source, people forked it and created the LibreWolf browser.
Do you know what, guys? Do you think, sometimes I think the internet and phones and stuff is really destroying humanity. We don't get to meet people anymore. We're stuck on the internet. Look at what we're doing in the middle of the night when we could be sleeping. Do you know what I mean?
You never would have got to meet me, but for the internet, Meggie.
You love it.
I feel really offended.
Okay.
It's really destroying the kids.
The kids. Yeah, we've had our life.
I'm an adult, and I'm getting a handy at the same time I'm talking to you guys, so I've got no problems. But it's definitely bad for them.
Here you go, folks. Dr. Iceman, hello, Doc. Wrenched. So no more Andor then. Who's going to break it to him?
Thank God. That's all I can say.
We finished last week, Doctor. We finished it.
Yeah. And I don't think Disney has another $650 million to spend on
To
on
spaff
Andor.
away.
Yeah, they've got to spend it on something a bit more woke.
And in case you're wondering why the amount of LGBTQ blah 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 blah
Easy.
kids. Oh, okay. In case you're wondering why all the kids have gone up in a statistically impossible way, you can look at phones and social media and the constant online behavior with their peers and the
It's not even just that. I mean, there's been a bunch of research showing like if they one thing has been a big trend right now is phone-free schools, because for the past 5-6 years, the kids are just walking around with phones in school. They have them between classes and everything, and now there's a lot of places that are finally getting away from allowing students to have phones. Some of them banning them completely. Like you can't even walk through the door with your phone kind of bans.
Good.
And what? Yes, good.
Good.
Absolutely good.
Yeah,
What's happening is now we're starting to hear the stories coming from people who've been in these schools where phones have been banned, and the teachers are happier, the students are happier, there's fewer fights, there's fewer there's less bullying, there's they're like, oh my god, why didn't we do this 5 years ago? It's hilarious.
Okay, a little bit of real life. My old fella 97 got his first proper smartphone a month ago. It's a fucking doom scrolling.
Oh god. It's tough.
Can I tell you guys what happened today, and a bit of advice to women everywhere?
Oh no!
I was in Asda's today, right, and there was this woman kicking off. I don't know what she was arguing with this guy. It's obvious that she didn't know this guy, but she literally was up in his face, right, arguing, shouting about something, whatever. And she literally, and then as he turned to walk away, she pushed him, and he turned around and says, "Please don't push me," he said. These were his words. Then she pushed him again, and he literally slapped her.
Oh, bitch slap. Nice.
She went down like a ton of bricks. Now,
bitch slap.
My advice to women out there is, don't pick on men, because men are really sick and tired of this shit. They will hit you. They will hit you. You won't get up after the hit. So just don't try it.
Especially if they deserve it.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, and if you hit somebody first, they're allowed to hit you back. That's called self-defense, right?
Here you go. Common people wrenched. Welcome to the advice to women part of the stream.
No, because you always see it on X, don't you, where some woman is in some guy's face and the guy's trying his best to, so back off, whatever. And then they decide to hit them, right? What do you think is going to happen if you hit a guy, especially if he's 10 times taller than you and bigger than you? He's going to hit you back, right?
Yeah, all you have to do.
Example today. Prime example.
All you have to do is look at the Florida Walmart videos, man. You can
yeah.
Talk about doom scrolling.
Here you go, folks. Wrenched at Mr. Brown Alliance. That is, why can you get Mega Geek? That's you in. And Melvin's views on the hotness of Hunter Schafer as the new Zelda actress. Pix will help. We'll do that later because I've got one left over from Sunday. Luckily,
you got to slide.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yes.
So why do they only want those two opinions?
Because we're the two hardest to please.
Yeah.
I would say
Melvin is.
Melvin is a dude, but it's still better looking than Haley Atwell.
Haley Atwell. Cheers.
Okay. So what do you want to do then, fellas? Look, here you go. Iceman Doctor Wrench. When is the Matrix stream happening? It's a good question. Don't know.
Okay, just for the record, Hunter Schafer is maybe one step up from Zendaya. She looks basically like a 14-year-old boy instead of a 13-year-old boy.
Well, whatever
you said
she. Her, I suppose.
I'm not going to comment at all on that.
Easy, steady.
I don't know who that is. That not a she?
Oh no,
no.
Dude.
Okay,
fellow.
I am.
Dude.
Oh. Well, that explains it.
Yeah.
Still more attractive than Zendaya, though. Strangely enough.
You're
I
going to
don't know
upset
what's wrong with you
Melvin.
people in Zendaya. There's nothing wrong with Zendaya. There's nothing wrong with her. I don't get it. I don't know why you think that's what a 12-year-old boy looks like. I think you've been spending too much time hanging around the wrong kind of 12-year-old boys. That's all I can say.
Here you go. Here you go. Punchable face. I punch. Wrenched. There's a video of the security guard at Cinco de Mayo celebration in a restaurant being swarmed by a woman, and he starts knocking them out.
Yeah, he was mental though. He's going to prison.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, but all I'm saying is that, again, right, because of everything that's happening,
agree.
Men are backing off from women now. They're not even trying to chat women up anymore because of their attitude. So, and this woman in Asda's, her attitude was off the scales, mate. It really was, and she was lucky she got what she got.
Oh, God.
She really was, because this guy, right, he had the patience of a saint until she hit him. She literally slapped the back of his head. Literally.
Oh, dear.
And he just turned around and just smacked her. He didn't punch her in the face. He slapped her in the face. And she fell like a ton of bricks.
Bitch slap.
And you know what? And when she went down, you can tell the people that were looking. You can tell the people that were looking were happy that happened to her. You can tell even the women that was witnessing what was going on. You can feel it. You can feel that woman was out of order. It's just, I don't know. Just don't do it, girls. Don't do it.
Don't do it, girls.
Courtesy
of Maggie. Yeah.
You're going to get it, I don't want anyone to get hit like that. But anyway.
Well, men have been backing off for a while. There's even a group of them.
It's just a lesson, isn't it?
It's been going on for some time now.
We're in a society where boundaries can be pushed so far.
Yeah.
Without any comeback.
Because my dad would say, my dad said to me, don't hit a girl, whatever the situation is. But it's changing now, isn't it? Because they're pushing so hard, some of them. Not all of them, some of them.
Yep.
You're saying he didn't meet some of those blue-haired weirdos with the earring in their nose that weigh 1,000 pounds.
My dad was old-fashioned.
Yeah, here you go. Even the children too. Hello, Drew. Yes, children.
Yeah.
It's just boundaries that are pushed so.
Yeah.
Well, they're pushing for equality, and if a man hits me, I'm going to hit back. So if you want to be equal.
Here you go, Dr. Iceman Wrenched. I'm enjoying it, Mega Geek. You're just telling us about it.
It was a thing that, you know what I mean? I thought this only happened on Facebook videos, but right in front of me, that was amazing. Right in front of me.
I don't want to open old wounds here, but
please don't.
Sean Connery warned us about this.
Hey, he knew
William Shatner as well, didn't he?
He knew a long time ago, but it doesn't help that the mainstream media is really pushing division across any and all groups of people.
Yeah.
It seems like
sorry.
Go on, Price.
I'm saying the funny thing about Sean Connery is that once I think Barbara Walters or something gave him a chance to apologize, and she said, do you take back what you said about this thing with the slapping? And he's like, no.
I think it probably impressed more people than he upset with them.
Yeah, one slap only.
Here you go. Common people Wrenched. Just an open-handed slap to the face. Ian David Diaz, 2025.
It was actually. It was, but he did. You can tell he didn't want to hit. You can tell he didn't want to hit her.
Yeah,
he really didn't want to hit her. But it's only because she slapped him so hard behind his head when he was leaving, when he was walking away.
A back of the head slap is it's just
crazy.
basically an insult. It's an insult, isn't it?
Yeah, man. It's crazy.
Wrenched. Mega Tate.
Hey, as soon as Elon perfects the sex robot, we're not going to want to have much to do with women at all, honestly.
Here you go. Punchable face, Wrenched. Equal rights and equal lefts. Yeah.
I have never lifted my hand to a woman, and I wouldn't.
Nor have I.
Nor have I, no.
If there's a way I can walk away, I will. And I've always managed to be able to walk away. I wouldn't be very happy with myself if I did something like that, even if they ask for it. I've known many who I thought were asking for it, but I've always walked away.
I could never put up with that crap even close to the point where I'd want to hit him. I'm already out of there.
But I think that guy regretted hitting her. But she, in my
Learned a
opinion,
lesson.
she deserved it. She was terrible. And she wasn't bad looking either. She wasn't.
Oh, here we go.
When I told you the story, you probably imagining some overweight woman with blue hair and a ring in her nose and all that shit. But no, she was just an ordinary, not bad looking woman. But her attitude sucked, man. It sucked big time.
The pretty ones are the most entitled of all of them. They're the ones that get away with murder all the time.
Literally.
Sometimes.
Occasionally. But yeah, I'm for equal rights and equal right hooks.
Okay, look, here we go. I think Punchables had some... the Punchable face wrenched. Wait till you get one swinging a fucking wine bottle at you.
My sister attacked me with a one day. I didn't hit her back.
Your sister attacked you? Why?
She was, is mental. She's just one of them people who very much like that woman in the shop will do it if she thinks she can get away with it.
Damn.
And she could get away with it with me, but I didn't hit her back.
No, I'm not into violent women, for God's sake.
Came at you with a pool cue. Fucking hell.
Just telling you what happened, that's all. And again, it was... I don't understand the attitude today of people. I really don't. You know, it could have been resolved, right? I don't know what actually happened, to tell you the truth, but I know things could be resolved. It was terrible.
Well,
anyway,
there's a certain trial going on right now. You hear a ton of stuff like this every day.
Yeah, you have to stay away. I mean, you know, in America, you have to kind of stay away from those women there, because everybody sues everyone in the States, don't they? It's ridiculous.
Oh, they do, yeah. People are suing me at this rate. Z3PO Wrench Wheel Sports. I once threw a metal airplane toy at my sister's head like a ninja star. She starts a dint in her forehead. I assume you were kids, yeah?
Yeah.
Hello, Kia. Yes, it's me again. Stream color.
I threw a fork at my sister when I was a kid, and it stuck points in.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Morlock wrenched. OJ knew the score. Oh,
that's when I knew I was born to be a ninja.
Oh, dear. Okay. Are we done?
How about that Superman?
Yeah. So it's a little lighter, isn't it?
Yeah, you just brought back like traumatic memories for me. Stuff I had suppressed and pushed behind me, and now you've ruined me. I'm sitting here, and now
I'm sorry.
Shaking.
Sorry.
Tears rolling down my one good eye.
Is there a wine? Is there a wine bottle emoji? Everybody send Melvin wine bottles.
Oh, here you go. I like the sound of this. Bondage Brittany. I'm a cross-dresser that makes short, fat females jealous, angry like one who kicked me in the head laying down last year. A big increase in threats and attacks from females last year. Oh, dear. When females commonly attack and threaten men, it's a sign culture is about to end. Oh, dear.
Oh, like the Roman Empire, yeah.
Okay. Do you know, I think it'll be fantastic talking about Superman.
We really warmed up the crowd for you there, Bryn.
Okay. Chat, good evening. Okay, let's get some bits and bats up. 66 TBA. Please like, share, subscribe. Okay, I threw a few bits and bats together today. Let's see what's on.
Oh no.
Breaking or broken. The BBC are worried about how they're going to continue Dr. Watts. Billie Piper filmed her scene only a few weeks ago as a favour to RTD. Price, you said that. Who wanted a regeneration cliffhanger as the last-ditch attempt to convince Disney to extend their partnership?
Hold on. So Star Hoovian, where's he getting this information from? He's obviously got this information from everyone that's been saying the same thing. Why is this newsworthy?
I just know he's not looking so smug in that freaking picture.
Can I say how much I don't care about this?
You can.
You just
Is,
did.
You may.
is Billy Piper from Scandinavia?
No.
Because she's got a face like an horse.
Oh, I was gonna say
Oh,
she looks like she's from the Scandinavian clinic. That's a plastic surgery.
sorry. Who?
Never
I
mind.
think Price was going to say something. Was Price going to say?
Yeah,
something?
you interrupted.
Yes, yes.
Titan,
Sorry.
is that you, by the way, Titan?
Sorry, mate.
Basically, I want to try to choose my words carefully here because I don't want to seem like a salty, bitter guy. But
Sorry. Okay, that's enough.
The thing is that this Star Whovian guy who popped up recently, he has all these great quote unquote scoops. He basically either listens to stuff like our stream where I basically said this and then pretends that it's breaking news. I've also seen a few other things. People come up, even stuff in articles. Oh, this leaker said this leaker said that. You don't need leakers to say what I said on the stream, Brown. You're correct. We talked about this.
Yeah,
It was pretty obvious based on how rushed the visual effects was that this was done last minute. It was also obvious with the reshoots and whatever you're watching in this episode and knowing the timeline of what's been happening in the press in recent months, it's obvious that this whole thing was a last minute fix. And anybody with any kind of logic would just tell you he basically put it on the map. He's the one that took a gamble on her back in the day. It really propelled her acting career because before that she was I think a singer in the 2-bit band or something, and like girl band or something like that. And he actually presented her as a legitimate legitimate actress.
Yeah.
So if he called her and said, listen, just do me a favor, we just need you for a few hours, do this stupid thing, maybe it'll turn into money later. If it doesn't turn into money, we don't continue this in some way, shape, or form, and it just goes away and nobody ever watches this show again, so you did me a favor. Sometimes, at least in Hollywood, they have something where if a person shows up for like a brief thing, they give him something like $10,000. I'm not saying that that's what she got, but I'm saying maybe he said, listen, go in there for a room for a few minutes, put on a stupid smile on your face in back of a green screen. We'll give you $10,000. You're doing me a favor. We'll see what happens later. And that is actually the logic of what I was looking at. And I said, this is likely the scenario. And now all these quote unquote experts are like, we've managed to uncover a scoop. This isn't a scoop. This is just some. I don't want to say a bad word. Can
I say something? Can I say something? Right. So this information comes from a guy named Andrew, who that's not his real name. He works
not Sparrow,
for
is it?
No, he works for Doctor Who, and he has his own thing on Reddit. So this is where everything has come from. It's come from a guy named Andrew who works for Doctor Who. And nobody knows who Andrew is. And the BBC's pissed off that he's given out. He literally laid the groundwork for what actually happened in the last episode. He literally told everyone that this is going to happen. And he literally said that Billy Piper was called in at the last moment and she did a favor to Russell T. They didn't know how to end it, and that's how they end it. And he also said that they didn't shoot her in the studio. They shot her in a small studio with a skeleton crew, and they just stuck her head over Shooty's head. That's what they did. So this is not a scoop from this guy. He's just copying what was on Reddit.
Okay, so first of all, this guy is annoying, and I'm sorry, I don't know him. Maybe he's a great guy and everybody loves him. I saw like people are retweeting him like this is some news source. This at best, this guy gathered a few breadcrumbs from somewhere else. But I have seen a number.
Yeah, from Andrew. From Andrew, he took it from Andrew's Reddit thing. Yeah, that's where it originated from. That's where it originated. All that stuff originated from there.
Maybe you're right, and maybe that Andrew guy is legit. This thing is just some whatever this is, and
he's
not explaining where his source is even from. He's just sort of like breaking, but he's not giving any kind of background. All I'm saying is that I had the same information. I didn't need to work there. I didn't need to be on Andrew. I just have a brain and looked at what was going on, and that was enough for me to evaluate at least this specific thing. And I was saying the same thing, but now other people are saying it, and they're like, "Wow, what a scoop!" It's not a scoop. But whatever, it's fine. This guy has his hustle. I don't want to knock it. People, even there's some people that like to buy the National Enquirer. You know what I mean? I don't think it's a good newspaper, but sometimes you have these kind of tabloids. In England, they're also very popular.
Yeah.
So you have people that it's not necessarily any kind of journalistic integrity or anything. It's just a bunch of nonsense, or they just cobble together something. But it's fine.
Thank God you don't want to sound bitter.
Let me just make it clear, right? This guy Andrew.
Fight.
Right, no. Let's just make it. No, I'm obviously not disputing what Price is saying. Let me make it totally clear, right? This guy Andrew put all this information out a month before this was broadcast. The last episode was broadcast, and everybody said to him that he's talking shit, and it turns out all to be true. Apparently, Andrew works on Doctor Who. He's obviously not revealing his identity, but everything he said a month before came true. Right,
I accept that.
There you go. Arch Colin Wrenched. Hasn't this Andrew apparently leaked just about everything?
Yes, he has. And he's been right all the way through. Because when he said that Billy Piper was going to be there, everybody on Reddit slammed him.
Damn.
Everyone.
I
his real name.
I find it interesting that no one's talking about the Disney side of this. I mean, apparently Bob Iger is really pissed. And, they made this deal so they could get Bluey, but they were promised that they were going to bring in a bunch of viewers. And Eric Schreier, who's the president of Disney Television, they were all like, when you're too woke for Disney, you need to reevaluate your life's choices. But Disney's pissed, and they are not. I mean, they'll do what they need to do to get out of the contract or finish it, but they are not coming back, man. Iger has enough on his plate. Everybody is telling him to go take a walk, and he's starting to get really pissed because he's losing control over all of the various parts of the company.
Okay. The chat is feeling bogged already.
We haven't even gotten to Superman.
I know Andrew's real name.
Go on.
You ready?
Sorry, chat.
It's Cameron Pasha.
Sparrow.
You mean Molaram?
That's him.
Okay.
Molaram Jr.
I can't remember what's next. Possibly some more docu. I can't remember. We'll get through it as quickly as we
Please
can.
not be Doctor Who.
Oh,
Please.
I thought Sparrow worked for Cameron Pasha.
God.
Are you saying he is Sparrow?
Okay,
No, he's not.
I'll mute until this one's gone. I can't stand that fucker.
What were you going to say? You like Cameron Pasha?
Easy. Okay. Radio Times, which is TV magazine, BBC kind of in the UK. Ncuti Gatwa deserves as much praise as Christopher Eccleston after early Dr. Watt's exit.
Fuck off.
Praise for what?
Wearing a dress.
Yeah, I was going to say.
That's what he was wearing on Saturday, Ian.
Yeah,
that's
unbelievable.
The only thing he seemingly wants to get praise for is stuff that he had nothing to do with. And he's incredibly privileged and ungracious and ungrateful of all the opportunities that his new country has given him. And he badmouths him every chance he gets. Screw that guy. Sorry, chat.
Okay. Go on in.
This doesn't deserve any attention. This at all.
Prof.
What do you say? This guy is such a twerp. He's just an idiot. And he goes in. If you watch this episode, or if you go out and watch, if you can't watch the episode or don't want to, go watch Disparu doing his long form review of it. Him telling himself, "Oh, I was the best doctor." Oh, it's vile. It's so gross. And that's been his whole thing. Like the whole time he's all crying and everything. The most forgettable. I mean, just go away. Go away. Let somebody try and come in and rescue this, because you have destroyed it. You and RTD have ruined a 60-year-old property.
Yeah.
That was at one point, this was the pride and joy of the UK.
It was,
This was the original fandom. And your kids, adults, everybody was, loved Doctor Who, proud of Doctor Who. They put Doctor Who in the damn Olympics in the opening ceremonies. Doctor Who, James Bond, they were in there. It's done. It's been destroyed now, thanks to this idiot and the people who are writing it, RTD specifically. It's just it's embarrassing. It's just embarrassing.
They destroyed Doctor Who, and they've actually pissed on the ashes. That's exactly what they've done with Doctor Who. You know what? Right? Seriously, I'm going to put my myself in the hat and say, BBC, I want a job. I want to show run Doctor Who, and I'll guarantee you 20 million viewers. I'll guarantee it. Definitely guarantee it, because it's not rocket science to get this back where it's supposed to be.
Clip that, everybody. We'll post it to the Beeb.
Yeah. Yeah, but you can't go back to a white male doctor now.
Of course you can.
No. It's the Victim Olympics. We've gone to a woman. Now it's gone to a black man. The only other thing you can do is to go back to a woman. If you go back to a white male,
who's disabled,
you're giving up.
But what you can go back to is Wang jokes, and that's what the chat.
Wang.
Do you know what's really, really telling is that the trans community and the what you call it, the BBC, those people, they can't create anything original, right? That's really telling, right? If they wanted to create something like Doctor Who, why didn't they create their own version? Why do they have to go to things that are beloved around the world and wreck it with all this crap? Not only Doctor Who, Star Wars, Star Trek, all the IPs, Quantum Leap, everything, and wreck it with this nonsense. Why can't they create their own stuff? Because they're not capable of doing it. They'd rather destroy than to create.
We want Mega Geek to be Doctor Who.
No, I don't want to be Doctor Who. I want to
run
show.
No. Ian wants to be Dr. Watts. Here you go. Bad feet. Sorry, mate. Bad thoughts. Wolfspot. Who would you cast as Dr. Watts, Ian?
My very first choice would be Tom Ellis, because he's well known in the States and he's well known over here. It's a shoo-in with that fella.
You called that guy from Department Q Matthew Good or Jeffrey Good?
Yeah, him. He's my second choice.
Yeah, that guy would be awesome. He's phenomenal. But I'll tell you what, you nailed it about that show and the Ugly Chicks. It's hard to watch, man. I had to hold a piece of cardboard up in front of my eye while I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Z would recommend Red.
Yeah, but right. Z, the only thing I could say about that is that I think the audience wants to see someone no disrespect to Michael Sheen, not so old. They want to see someone that, is kind of lean and kind of slightly young so that they can relate to them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you get them too old, the audience will back away. Like, I love Picoldi, but unfortunately, he was cast it was the wrong time to put someone old after Matt Smith, which everybody loved, and the ratings tanked, not as much as Shooty, but it tanked after Matt Smith. So I don't know about casting an older Doctor. That's the problem. I don't know.
Well, Capaldi also had some pretty awful scripts too. I don't think it was entirely him.
Alex Ashgan wrenched. My friend. Rowan Atkinson.
Well, if you do it, that would be a coup, wouldn't it?
That would be good.
Really would.
I'd love Hugh Laurie.
Yeah, Hugh Laurie would be amazing. No, because he's gay, so no. I don't want anyone gay to play the Doctor, unfortunately.
There you go. Dr. Iceman wrenched Waller Bridge.
Oh, God, no.
Mud Crab. Ben Wang. Ben Wang for the new Doctor.
Too young.
It's Wang.
Paddy would be great. He would be great.
Fuck it. Knocked it out of the park on.
Do you know what, right? Do you know who really be good as the Doctor, right? And this is maybe off field a bit. Piers Brosnan. Piers Brosnan would make an excellent Doctor.
He's too evil now. I'm never going to get past him in Mobland, man. He is the devil.
Okay. Doctor Who was on the cusp of being saved when our TD came back.
Yeah.
What did I say? 3 episodes of joy. He had the audience, didn't he?
There was a reason why he didn't go back to Matt Smith, because
He had the audience.
It's the most popular Doctor Who to date, apart from Tom Baker, Matt Smith. He didn't go back because Matt Smith is not in line with the trans thing. What's his name? David Tennant is.
Oh yeah.
But Matt Smith isn't. So
is that what?
Matt Smith. Yeah.
Also, I feel like Matt Smith has other things to do. Meaning,
he does.
Yeah, like good television and movies.
He has better roles offered to him right now than David Tennant, and even if, let's say, it wasn't a Transformer thing one way or another, he probably looked at this whole situation and just thought, this doesn't look good to me, and just wanted nothing to do with it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's he's keeping his mouth shut because he knows that he doesn't want to get involved in this kind of war. So he's keeping his mouth shut, moving forward. Hollywood, you know what I mean, and TV, and quite rightly so, because Matt Smith's a very talented man, and also he's a very clever man, in my opinion. Him and Bacaldi got shafted, man. He got shafted.
Ooh, what about Matt Berry as the Doctor?
Yeah.
Hello, TARDIS. I'm home, TARDIS.
Yes. Okay, we've got some supers. We'll do the supers and then we'll finish with Dr. Watts. Okay. Atwell's Two Lovely Otters. World of Sport, $5. Melvin, I watched Netflix show Department Q that had Kelly MacDonald in it. Would you say she's a Scottish 10? Melvin? Oh, he's gone.
I mean, she was cute back in the day. I haven't seen her in like 40 years. What does she look like?
Melvin.
I've actually seen one episode of Department Q, and Kelly MacDonald. She's a lot older now, but she's nice. I don't find her offensive. Yeah, I don't find her offensive. I think she's a lovely woman, personally.
Melvin.
She's
she
actually
doesn't look good. I would kick her out of my bed.
She's the only one in the show that I didn't have to cover my eyes with.
She's good, but she's no Zendaya.
I'd give her a Scottish 7, 8, maybe.
Okay. Oh, I'd give her a 3.
Well, no, Melvin probably.
That was my Melvin impression. That was my Melvin impression.
Istaphobas, that's you. Wrench will spot $5. Let's show Mr. Brown, that's me, some support. Please like, share, subscribe, join, put a wang joke in it. Yes. Thank you, my friend. Ista Wrenched Woolsport gifted a MBA. Cheers, my friend.
Yeah, you can go out and get a job in business with an MBA.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I think that joke only works for the States. And it doesn't even work here. So, sorry, chat.
Have we finished with Dr. Watt then? Because it is finished.
Oh, it's finished. Yeah.
It's going to be back, though. It's going to be back.
Do you think we've reached a what's the word I'm looking for? Is it a zenith of this shit, this woke shit now?
No.
Is this the peak, or are we? Is it downhill from now?
I think the term you're looking for is perigee.
That as well,
the
yes.
Bottom.
Oh, okay.
I think I have an explanation for this, Brown. Have you ever watched Transformers, the original series?
Yeah.
You know how sometimes Megatron would come with Starscream and Soundwave and all those people, and they'd be doing all this bad stuff, but the Autobots arrive with Optimus Prime and start shooting them down, and then it goes, Decepticons, retreat! And then they all leave. But they're not gone forever. They're just going and trying to come up with a different strategy. Do you get what I'm saying? I think that what's happening now is that a lot of companies, studios, and all these activists that are in the studios sort of understood that whatever they've been doing isn't translating into money, and they're sort of being told to either find another way or to retreat. But I think that these type of retreats aren't permanent. They're just sort of thinking, well, how do we stick it to them now? Let's try to do something else. So that's why I think we're going to still see movies with a lot of annoying things in it. They're just going to try to go about it in a quote unquote more clever way.
Yeah, luckily they're not all that clever, and a major source of their funding has been cut off. But you're right; they will always try to scramble back.
They're rebranding. That's what they're doing. They still have the same shit, but they're rebranding. That's what they're doing. And also look out, because they're basically trying to be subtle, but they're not very good at being subtle in TV shows and films, because you can see it coming a mile away.
They're not smart enough.
Yeah, I'd like to say the rebranding isn't fooling everyone.
They're
but
transforming everything, aren't they?
It's fooling some,
yeah,
but not everyone.
No, yeah. It's almost like they're maybe making it a little more mild for half a minute, and they seem to be retreating. But I fully expect another attack from some other direction.
Arranged. Mr. Barron says me, Nadir is the word worthy of Platoon.
I thought Nadir was the Doctor's newest companion.
Was Nadir in one? Was Nadir in one of the early series of Big Brother? That's one for the Brits.
Yeah, same joke.
Shall we?
Please, God, move on.
Hopefully, I can't promise no more Dr. Watt for a very, very long time, folks. I can't promise, though. Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Yay!
2 hours and 9 minutes. Wow.
Yay!
From the 2 hours and 34 minutes of the test screening. So.
Yeah, lots of Superman stuff dropping today, folks. Superman runtime has been revealed to be 2 hours and 9 minutes.
God, even that picture pisses me off. It looks like he's just lying on his bed. I mean, if you look at Chris Reeves when he's flying, you tell he's flying. What the fuck is this picture all about? Jesus!
I'm back.
He looks like he's getting serviced.
And I'm complaining. If you'd told me we were going to spend half an hour on Shooty, I wouldn't have joined the stream.
Oh, sorry, man.
Triggered. Cannot fucking stand to say to that little pervert.
It looks like the...
Sorry, I do apologise.
Next time, let me know.
Sorry, mate, sorry,
come on.
Sorry.
At Kelly MacDonald, she was a cutie when she was young, but now she's 49, and she's not a 10 unless you're blind, because she's 49. She might be 10 for a 49-year-old.
Are you a poet and you don't even know it?
I don't even realize it.
Melvin, this looks like this.
She's a great actress, though. She was great in No Country for Old Men.
Did you like my impression of you, Melvin?
I thought it was me.
This looks exactly like the same image of him we keep seeing, just photoshopped and rotated on a different background. Then that's a little concerning.
A little bit. Okay, got a quick super chat. Here we go. Oh, sorry. John Yulden, World of Sport, £1.99. Thank you, my friend. Have a great show, guys. Like and subscribe all. Thank you, my friend.
Yep, too late for a great show. We had Doctor Who.
Yeah, it's Sci-Fi Chronicles, everybody.
Hey, John, thanks.
It's John's channel. Okay.
Somebody, how do we get his link?
It's Sci-Fi Chronicles, yes. Okay. Just amuse yourselves.
But it just goes to show, doesn't it, that look at this advert for this. What the fuck is that guy doing? What kind of a picture is this? You can't even see the beauty of it. It's just so annoying. If you see the picture, I keep referring to the 78 version. If you keep seeing pictures from them, they look so great. The color is brilliant. Superman is flying with his hands out. He's like a comic.
Hands out, yeah.
What is this guy doing? Why have they released this picture? Are they stupid?
It looks like he's getting serviced.
What do you mean by serviced?
You know, changing the tires, oil.
No, he's
flushing the pipes.
There's a lady that we don't see from this angle.
Yeah.
Well, how do you know it's a lady?
I said flushing the pipes, man. What do you want?
There's John's channel there, everybody. Sci-Fi Chronicles 28.
If I was in charge of Superman, if I was that guy that was in charge of Warner Bros., I'd be fucking pissed with this picture.
Damn.
Totally pissed.
Can I throw in here?
I
think we're spending too much time hating on this film. It might actually be good. Now, I don't expect it will be, right? But I think we should save the rage until we know for sure. Because it might turn out to be all right. You never know. You never
No,
know.
my rage is on this picture and how stupid it is. It's nothing to do with the film. How
Mega
stupid is this
rage.
picture?
Mega
Come on.
rage.
All you have to do, right, is look up on Google, type in Superman 1978. All the pictures you'll see is much better than this shit, which is like they just plastered him on the shot.
Yeah,
some,
there's
it's
no
ridiculous.
there's no composition or cinematic feel.
Nothing.
Listen,
Yeah.
Adam nailed it. Adam had a comment just now. He basically says all CGI sucks now.
Look, right. I hate it when people say we're hating on things. I will reiterate, right? We did not create this situation. They did. And we have every right to be angry with them destroying our IPs and basically destroying the things that we love. So I'm going to say, stay angry. That's what I'm saying.
As
like
a general rule, for the things they have destroyed
Ian, you need to get
already,
laid,
then
by the way.
yes. Okay, but we don't know what they've destroyed this yet. I mean,
Okay,
none
I
of the
will
other
say this.
Superman films in recent years have been a lot of good. This might be better than them.
Melvin, I'm just referring to the picture. I don't know what the film's going to be like.
I have
Just wait till he sees the posters.
I have something of a middle ground
Price.
here. I want to propose a proposal here. Basically, I agree with you, Ian. Everything you're saying is correct. But I also think that what Melvin is saying, there's something to it in the sense that I want this movie to be good. I'll go see it. I'm not wishing for it to be bad. I'm willing to give it a chance when I sit down and watch it. At the same time, Ian is right about one thing. The marketing for this movie has been one of the worst marketing that I've seen for a movie of this high profile movie, like of this stature. Because basically you have Superman. I was telling some people the other day that if they just had a poster and they put the S symbol and they showed us no trailers and they just kept on showing this poster with the S symbol, I would be more excited than what I'm looking at with all of his like weird CGI and weird Photoshop and weird things. All of this stuff annoys me. Like less is more. As far as I'm concerned, just say you have a movie and I'd probably be more excited than what we're looking at. Marketing is awful.
I thought reiterate was when you can't read, or is that when every word starts with the same
reiterate?
Reiterate.
Modern day audiences demand that everything is spoon fed to them on their devices, and that's why.
What are you feeding them here?
You know, I don't even think they demand that because I don't even think they know.
No, that's just what's happening. I don't think anyone's demanding that.
Yeah,
shit.
I think the people making the trailers don't have any respect for any of the audience because they think they're so stupid that they need spoon fed everything. But I don't think audiences are demanding it. I don't think an audience, anybody, any normal person, even the stupidest people we know, right, are going to watch a trailer and be upset that they don't understand what the entire film is going to be about, because that's the whole idea of watching the film. And I think in trailers and things, they give us too much information.
Now they do, yes.
It spoils the fun. It spoils the mystery.
It's like everything else in Hollywood. The people doing it don't have the talent that they used to. The people who make cutting a good trailer is an art, and we don't have the kind. Remember the trailers we used to get?
Who remembers the Batman posters? 89.
Yeah, just a bat sign, wasn't it? Brilliant.
Wanted to rip one of those out of one of the bus shelters because they were so fucking amazing.
Also, right, if you're talking about stills, and you're talking about things representing movies, okay, again, I refer to 78. That picture of Christopher Reeves on a rooftop pointing to the sky was fucking amazing. What did we get on this one? Superman putting his boot on. What the fuck?
Yeah. Oh, they definitely don't know how to do movie posters.
Putting his boot on when there's a fucking global catastrophe going on in the background.
It's the same people making the trailers that are making most of the films, and that's a problem.
Yeah, I'd say it was AI, but AI does better than what we're seeing. So,
but I think Brown was talking about there. He wanted to rip the Batman poster off a bus shelter. It's because somebody drew boobs on it, isn't it, Brown? Somebody drew boobs on it.
No.
Tell the truth.
I was probably no. I was probably 21, but I was so this is fucking great. This great poster, amazing. Yeah.
And did you remember the second one with the snow on it? I wanted that one too. It was absolutely brilliant. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Brilliant marketing. Fantastic marketing.
All you would see is the backlit bus shelter poster
And it had
Batman.
no
Whoa.
information. It had no
Nothing.
information.
Just the logo.
Yeah,
Batman.
no date,
Yeah.
no who's in it, just the logo. That was
Yep.
it. That was enough for you to go, wow, got to see this film. This,
Num got it right. Look, read the comment.
Here you go. Wrenched. I blame that woman Megasaur getting slapped at Asda. Other supermarkets are available.
I don't know, mate.
Okay.
Seriously. I'm just
Shall
too old for
we,
this shit.
on 1 hour, shall we? It's a sidestep.
Oh, God.
New Superman posters. Oh, look at that.
No.
Look at that, everybody.
Yeah, I've heard people say this looks like the CW, and I can't really argue, and it's what we keep saying. The marketing is terrible.
Yeah.
I still hope, I have a bit of hope that somehow all of this is going to be, contrasted by a good movie, or
Yeah,
at least
maybe-
a decent movie.
Maybe they're playing a bit of 4D chess here. Chess.
Lowering expectations.
Yeah, let's just
Yeah,
put out
right.
the most crappiest, slop we can.
Why is that bud down the bottom wearing Wolverine's hat?
Don't
know.
I could make, this kind of artwork myself. I feel like
How could I?
This is something that I would make, and I'd probably think, is this good enough to be my thumbnail? And then
No.
that would be the discussion I would have. Not a movie that costs like hundreds of millions of dollars to make.
It's dog shit.
Yeah, and the word is that they've been cutting back on their marketing budget. So that does not
Well, you can tell by the
give
quality of the
me,
posters.
that does not give me good feels when it comes to the film itself. Again, these posters look awful. These are just terrible.
Is Mr. Terrific chucking cakes at us? What is that?
Yeah,
Is that
Oh
cakes?
no, those are
Yeah.
his little balls that he has that like
Chocolate.
float around and do science stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they look like
chocolate.
from the
fuzzy.
comics.
They look like fuzzy dice.
Yeah. Oh, they
Listen.
look a bit like wiffle balls, actually.
I do want to ask our Brits, what's going on at Asda? Because I wanted to get look at a picture of that woman, and apparently a lot of people get slapped and punched at Asda. What the hell's going on at Asda?
Until
Don't know.
recently, it was owned by Walmart, so fuck the rest out.
Oh,
Yeah.
say
What
no
about-
more.
Does Boots still exist?
Yeah, it does. What's
Do
it?
they?
Okay.
I
Yeah,
thought
yeah,
Boots
Boots
closed
do.
down.
No, Boots still there. Miss Farrells, can you go back to Melvin on his comment that this might be okay now that we see this dog shite pic? What?
Basically, he wants, I guess, Melvin to apologize for saying that we're being hard on the movie, because
No.
now that we're looking at these things and they look so crappy, then Melvin should be
think-
ashamed. I think
I
that's what he
think-
was saying. I'm not saying that you should be
probably,
ashamed, Melvin.
yeah.
I'm
Sure,
just
that's
trying
what
to
he's saying.
translate.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think raging at the film being shit before it's been released is probably jumping the gun a little bit.
But
Go on,
that's
see
not what
I
we're
did there.
doing.
Go on.
Can
That's
we,
not
that's
what
the
we're
thing with the
doing.
marketing?
That's what it sounded like, though.
It's
Can
50
we agree that the
And,
marketing is shit? Can we agree
Yeah,
that
the
the
milk
marketing
marketing is
These
shit.
images here are not going to be in the film, are they? I hope the film's not going to be in portrait mode with gay colours on them.
No, let me make it clear. This is not what I'm doing.
Is this for
I'm
the-
having a. Oh, shut up! Stop interrupting me.
Sorry.
I'm
Was that mute
commenting. Oh dear. I'm commenting on the marketing of this film, Melvin, not the film, because I don't know what the film's going to be like. But the marketing is awful. Don't you agree with me?
I
It's
don't
Set-
think
set your
I
stall
agree
out.
that the marketing could certainly be an awful lot better because this is shit.
Okay, well, we
But,
all agree
right?
that the marketing is shit, and marketing is important to set the tone or expectations of an
set your
audience.
stall- Yes.
They're not doing themselves any favor with this favors with this marketing, which is why I was saying, had they done nothing at all, and like what they did in the past, show like a Superman symbol
Yes.
on a poster, that probably would have been better than all this crap.
I don't think the marketing is worthy of a rant. How's that? It's like, okay, it's shit. Fair enough. It is shit.
Okay.
Fair enough. It's fair comment, but
I
don't
bought.
think I don't think it's worthy of.
Well, the reason
oh-
why I'm so passionate about it is because I want this film to be good, Melvin. I want
okay.
it to be good.
I've got a confession. You know how I'm sad.
You're trans? Sorry?
No, I'm
You're
sad.
confessing? Oh, okay.
easy, Mega Geek.
I bought a new Superman T-shirt.
Was it the wrong S?
No, it was the correct S.
Excellent. What, your belly pokes out when you're wearing it? Is that
I
what
haven't
you're
got a belly. I haven't got a belly. Why is it I can buy a T-shirt from the local supermarket with the correct logo, but not on the movie?
Because they need to pay for the rights for that S, apparently.
Does that mean I'm going to look a sad twat having the wrong logo when I go to watch this movie?
I don't know.
Don't know.
It depends. Are you going to shave that beard off?
I might have a little shave.
They'll go, look, there's a homeless man in a Superman t-shirt.
Yeah.
So somebody give him some change. You make
Stream killer. Stream killer. Okay.
Why, oh why?
There's no sun up in the sky. Stormy weather.
Oh no. Can we move on, please?
First posters for the engineer Rick Flag Senior Superman with a M on end.
Listen,
do you reckon these rainbow things are deliberate?
Yeah, of course they are. But there's something beautiful about the universality of Superman. You can have any version of the logo at any time and people still know what it is. I honestly don't think that matters if that was a real question. That's one of the things I love. It's timeless.
There you go. Obi-Wan Darkside Wrenched. Will Spotler, my friend. Marketing is what gets people queuing overnight for tickets.
Is that
booking
Tessa Thompson?
tickets. Yeah. I'm going to start again. Or booking tickets for cinema weeks in advance. Yes.
Yeah. Look, you know what? I really hope this film is really good. I really want it to be good. I want to see a good Superman movie. I really do. The marketing is shit, though. You got to admit, absolute shit.
You're gonna see a good Superman movie. What you're not gonna see is a great Superman movie.
Yeah,
I think we need a great one.
Yeah.
It's got to be better than Justice League because that was fucking shit.
And it's certainly going to be better than the other movie we'll soon be talking about, but it's not going to be great. It needs to be great.
Yeah, it does.
Here you go. It's going to be this. Joe Darkside. Hello, my friend. Joe Darkness Wrenched. Timu Superman.
I think we'll get a 5 below Superman, which is a step up from Timu and the Dollar Store.
I think this is just going to be an IGN 7.
We'll get an Ollie's Superman, and that's where all of the merchandise is going to end up.
I just think this will be a 7.
But sorry, if I may, right? So the thing is, though, seriously, how could they wow us? We've seen everything that is possible on screen via CGI now. I remember when Superman 78 came out, and even Superman 2. It was amazing that they can make him fly and fight in the sky with 2 other people from Krypton, right? We've never seen that on screen before, but this film is not going to have the same impact because everything they're going to do in this film, we've seen in other movies. We've seen it in the Zack Snyder one. We've seen it in the Marvel, the Marvel films. So how are they going to wow us? It's really not possible to wow us anymore because we've seen everything, and that's the major problem that they've got in front of them with this film.
I think a big problem that we've got with recent movies, all else aside, and with TV shows as well, is that they struggle making characters likable.
Yeah, they really need to wow us with great dialogue and excellent character work, but they're just focused on the set pieces, which is why I think it's just going to not be great.
Here you go, Gavin Blackburn Wrenched. Hello, Gavin. I've got a feeling that Superman is barely in it.
I would be surprised.
Well, it wasn't the word that it's a lot more Clark Kent. That may actually be true. That the overall theme is it's the Clark and Lois love story.
God,
we don't want that.
I'm afraid that's what you're going to get.
I'm afraid that's what you're going to get, boy.
And the other leak is that the entire trailer is a huge misdirect as to the content of the movie.
I mean, it's going to be a cat instead of a dog.
It's going to be a love story instead of a superhero movie, pretty much, yeah. But it won't be as busy as we're all worried about with so many other heroes and characters and stuff.
Yeah, and they cut all the humor out too. So now it's just going to be a love story, no humor, no superheroes.
It's James Gunn humor, so I'm not really opposed to.
Yeah, don't forget this is James Gunn's Superman. Come on, let's not forget. Okay.
Lex. Apparently, he's meant to be really good in this film.
First poster for Nicholas Holtz. There's Lex Luthor in. See, there you go. James Gunn's Superman.
I'm ready for Galactus. I'd love to see Lex Luthor fight Galactus. I think now
he'll be better than the last Lex Luthor.
I think they're in trouble.
Bella Ramsey was better than the last Lex Luthor.
I think they're in trouble because when you watch the trailer, right, you've seen it all before. You've seen people fight monsters. You've seen, that's what I'm saying. When Superman first came out, the first one, you've never seen anything like that. You've never seen a man fly. You've never seen, him drill through the floor. You never see him chase a rocket. But because everything has been done, we've seen Godzilla. We've seen King Kong. How can they wow us? They got a really hard problem in front of them, haven't they? So
here's how they
hard to please us.
Here's how they wow you. I've seen every mob movie that's come out since 1950. I watched every mob TV show from The Sopranos to whatever, and Mobland wowed the crap out of me. I said it before. You wow us with a great story, fantastic dialogue, and excellent character work. That's how you wow us.
Yeah. Well, here's hoping.
Yeah, you're more likely to get space lesbians.
I could deal with that.
Yeah, when you say it like that, it sounds good. But after our recent experience with space lesbians, witch lesbians, space lesbian witches, it's been a bit underwhelming.
What if the fit? I could live with it.
I did like Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one. I thought the first one's really, really entertaining. So if he could bring a lot of originality that he brought to Guardians, because the Guardians is kind of a departure from the comics. It's not quite like the comics, but it is kind of. So if he can do that with Superman, then yeah, I'd be happy. But yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, but I feel like that he's been using that movie as a template for everything else he's been doing. So
maybe.
I think the first two Guardians movies are among my favorite Marvel movies. Not least of all because they're nothing like the other ones. It's not more of the same. The characters were good. It was entertaining. It was funny. He actually got to like the characters, which in most Marvel movies was impossible.
Yeah, I agree.
And Gunn, with them two films, the holiday special was decent, and Guardians 3 was decent, though not as good as the first two. And what was that other one? Brightburn, that one he produced.
Yeah, it was all right.
That was another good movie.
Yeah,
this guy's been on a good roll
right.
as far as I'm concerned. So when he was first announced for this, I thought, okay, we've got a chance here. He could make something good. Every bit of marketing has not been good. It's not made me want to see it more. It's made me want to see it less.
Okay.
James Gunn honestly seems more concerned about his legacy at this moment than he does about making a good movie. Okay. And I hope I'm wrong.
Okay. Who saw this then? There was a behind the scenes snippet that dropped today. Robot 4 is Alan Tudyk's in the mocap suit.
Right.
And this I thought
it's
this
K2SO49.
Yeah. This looks like Pixar with the goofy one eyeball and.
Okay, I need to reset my mic, please, Phil.
Okay, this looks like Pixar with the goofy one eyeball. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
It's very much meant to look like something from the comics. There were robots that were in the Fortress of Solitude. I believe they were called Kalex or Kalax or something like that.
Yeah.
And those were from the comics, and it's meant to look something very much like that. It's kind of goofy looking, but at the same time, that's okay. That's fine. I don't really mind the design that much.
Yeah, but I feel like they're sort of leaning toward the goofy, and maybe I guess we'll see how it fits in with the rest of the movie. I was hoping for something a little more serious, but that trailer scene itself, it wasn't consistent. When the robots take them in and they're saying, "Oh, we don't have any feelings," and then the robots act all like feelings all over the place. So I don't really know what the hell's going on with that.
Can you hear me? Here you go. Arch Colin Wrenched. In the comics, the original Superman robots looked like him, so they could take his picture when needed or show up with Clark to hide his secret identity. Okay. That bombshell.
Listen, if you want to be able to say it's in the comics, everything's been in the comics at one point or another. It's whether or not it's been successful in the comics.
Okay. I'm just waiting for Andor to turn up on that. But right.
What's this?
Okay, this was floating around this week. Not true, by the way. Update. A spokesperson for Warner Brothers has contacted us and denies the claim that Michael Bay was up to direct a Henry Cavill Superman movie.
This guy is denying being involved in way more movies than he's actually making. I don't know what that is. Right up there with Skibbity Toilet and the other one.
Skibbity Toilet.
What do we think?
There was that rumor that he was directing that movie as well.
He's a modern day filmmaker as well.
This was 2019, I do believe. 2019.
Yeah. Actually, at this point, I wouldn't be opposed to this. Honestly,
Michael Bay, when he started off, he was a very interesting director because he was when he did Bad Boys, he had they ran out of money, and he literally had to put his wage to complete it, and it was a huge success. So he was a very interesting director. He had a very different take on how to direct movies, with 9 cameras and stuff like that, and spinning stuff and all that nonsense. But I think he got worse, and he relied too much on technology as he went along instead of just relying on being a talented director.
Dr. Iceman mentioned Michael Bay can't direct action.
Can
direct action, and that's true. That is his specialty.
Is it 13 hours? That movie? It's fantastic.
That's a long movie. 13 hours.
Yeah, Iceman, watch. Was it 13 hours from what's it called again? That war movie. Help me out. 13 hours from Benghazi or something. I don't know.
Yes, that's it.
He can also really direct. He can direct Megan Fox bending over a Camaro pretty good too.
13 hours is a great war movie.
But everyone that saw Megan Fox do that fancied her rotten, and she must have felt really
top of the
nice that everybody fancied her. Yeah, but now it's a crime, unfortunately, to like a good-looking woman. For God's sake, seriously.
It probably made her career. That shot with the hood of her, bending over to fix the car or whatever I think that made her career.
It did. Yeah, it did. Exactly.
Okay. I've got to admit, I didn't realize Michael Bay directed that movie. That was a good movie. 13 hours.
13 hours.
Super chat, folks.
Bad Boys 1 was pretty good, I think.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Never watched
Even
it.
Bad Boys 2 was decent, I think.
Well, did he direct them?
I think he directed them, yeah.
Okay.
Back in the day, he did stuff that wasn't. I agree with Ian. He did stuff that wasn't exactly what everybody was doing, and he was really making everything grand with explosions and actions and action scenes. And there was a lot of good things that he did, but I think that he sort of leaned into all of his. He leaned into certain aspects too much, and he forgot that he needed to actually direct movies. And I think that's where he kind of went off the rails.
Okay. MGK4, Wrench, Will Sport. 2 Singaporean.
Duras.
Okay.
Duras.
You get some Singaporean money this time, Brune. Thank you, my friend. I think M. Duke's on his travels.
Singaporean dingalings, I think they're called.
Yeah. Not dongs.
Dongalings.
Mega Barryman wrenched €5. Howdy, lads. 2-all. Fave Superman. Lois and Lex. Why them?
Well, obviously my favourite Superman is Chris Reeves.
Yeah, I'd say that as well.
My favourite Lois is the girl that was in the James Bond film. I can't remember her name now. She's
Terry Hatcher.
Terry Hatcher. And my favourite Lex is the guy from Smallville. I think he just pegs
Michael Rosenbaum.
Oh,
yeah,
I hated him.
Brilliant.
I thought
He was brilliant as Lex. I thought he was brilliant as Lex.
Am I the only one that would like to see Mel Gibson direct a Superman movie?
No, we would as well.
No, we would. Yeah, we would. Yeah, definitely.
He wouldn't make it in English.
Yeah.
Okay. Superman, yeah, Chris Reeves. Lois, I'm going to say Bitsy Tulloch in Superman Lois. Really good. Lex. Probably Gene Hackman.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I'll go with Reeves and Hackman. And for Lois, I don't know because I don't really like any of them. Maybe Terry Hatcher because she was hot back then.
She was, yes.
But probably not even Lois Lane, but Lana Lang from Smallville.
Yeah, she's lovely.
Yeah, she's also quite a nutter. She was part of that cult, the Nexium or Nixium or whatever.
I don't care. I'm just going for looks.
Yeah,
she left.
Listen,
she left though. She left.
I love Terry Hatcher, but Erica Durance has a special place in my, let's just say, heart.
She's lovely too.
She was good looking back then as well.
Yeah, she's lovely.
I wonder what she looks like now.
Yep, have to be the cast of the original film for me, the '78 film. Reeves, Hackman, and Kidder.
I
did not mind Margot Kidder. I didn't mind her.
Smoking.
Yeah.
Price?
I agree with Professor. I think that the OG cast is probably the best cast. Certainly, Reeves and Gene Hackman are the best. There hasn't been better than that. I don't care what you tell me. There hasn't been better than that. When it comes to Lois Lane, you know, I can sort of understand when you look at her, you may think maybe there could have been a woman that's a bit hotter as Lois Lane, but Kidder was a good actress. I mean, she did sort of embrace and have the personality needed for that role.
Yeah.
But I'm not dismissing what Melvin is saying, but at the same time, I still have to go with the original cast.
Yeah, I mean, let's not discount Margot Kidder's acting. She was
good.
Really
it was
perfect
good
for that role. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so she's not as hot as Terry Hatcher, but she really nailed the role, I think, perfectly.
Sponsored
in both
by
of the movies.
Yeah, sponsored by Marlboro.
The thing is, though, with Lois Lane, you're supposed to believe that Superman would find her attractive, and it's like, are you kidding? Are you joking?
A farm boy from
Kidder.
It's like here's a guy with superpowers. He could literally have any woman on the planet he wanted, and he wanted that. And it's like, are you joking?
He liked her for her personality.
Says the man who likes Zendaya.
He's a farm boy from Kansas, man.
Wait, Melvin likes Zendaya?
She's a sophisticated New York City reporter.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Melvin likes Zendaya?
No, I'm just saying she doesn't look like a 12-year-old boy. You're all weirdos.
You
12-year-old
don't
boys
think
look
that
like.
Zendaya looks like a 12-year-old boy, or you do think that?
I will present evidence later on. How's that? I'll DM you.
But are you saying that you like Zendaya? I'm trying to get a clear answer here, Melvin.
Yes.
You like
Yes,
her?
he does.
You fancy Zendaya?
I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm saying what I'm saying.
Fancy
okay?
Zendaya. I didn't
Where's
have
the
that on
headline?
my bingo card. Let me tell you that.
Okay. Shall we?
Do it.
Go on.
Yes,
gotta
we can
say,
move on.
Common people knows
let's
the
move on.
score. Common people knows what time
Yeah,
it is.
yeah. Indeed. Okay. Shall we move on from Bay? Check out 13 Hours. It's a great movie, folks. Should we move on?
Haley Atwell looks like Terry Hatcher's family's prize cow.
Okay, connected to Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers Discovery shareholders have symbolically voted against CEO David Zadlav's 52 million pay package. Nearly 60% think he's overpaid. 60%?
Over 40% don't think he's overpaid.
Damn.
What has he done though?
Don't know.
He's overseen their stock being downgraded to junk status. So I think perhaps that some stockholders might be a little upset.
Do you know what? What's interesting is that he could literally say to Warner Brothers, right, we're going to slash the budget of every film we're making. We're going to make manly films now. We're going to make films where men kick ass and look great. And the women look absolutely fantastic. Let's go, lads. Let's go. No, but he won't do that, would he?
Ka-ching. Yeah. It'd be ka-ching, 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 wouldn't it?
It would.
Is my mic working?
Yep.
Yes,
it is.
Well, Warner Brothers they've been doing better than the other studios lately. I mean, they've been doing pretty well, at least on the film side of it.
Yeah.
I mean, compared to the other studios, yeah.
Gary said the black, what's his Cerberus?
Snape. Yes.
Whatever.
Severus Snape. Yeah.
Snape.
Yeah.
Black Snape.
You know, I'm going to say something. David Zaslav, if I understand correctly, his net worth is about like $500 million.
Fuck.
So, yeah, they'll say, oh, you've been a naughty boy. You won't get 52 million. We'll give you 48 million. I mean, is it really going to matter with his $500 million if they give him a few more million?
It's not going to, this doesn't change anything. He's still going to get his 52 million pay package because the board is still going to give it to him. But the shareholders during the vote, 60% of them said, no, don't give it to them. It's not going to change anything.
That's $1 million a week. What does he do to $1 million a week?
Nothing.
He could buy the company with his checking account outright. He's worth so much more than the company is.
Well, with all their debt, because I think that they're in like tens of billions of dollars in debt, then he's worth more than their company, actually. He's the only one making money there.
And I think assigning a $4 billion budget to the Harry Potter TV show is just sheer idiocy.
Because Gary says that he's not going to watch it because of the Black Snake.
Yeah, well, they're never going to make that money back. I don't know what they're thinking.
How much do they pay spending per episode of
$100 million per episode?
Per episode. That's that's a movie.
That's twice David Zaslav's salary per episode.
Shit.
That's 8 or 9 Godzilla minus ones.
Most of that money is going to the producers, the exec producers, the co-producers, him. Do you know what I mean? So it's a cash cow for all of them. Apart from the only people that suffer is the audience watching. Do you know? What I mean?
That's 8 or 9 Godzilla minus one times 56
minus infinity. Here you go. Alex Ashkan wrenched. Hello, Alex. Wasn't WB's debt 90 bill before? Probably. That is a lot of money, isn't it?
They could probably make a few bucks if they release Batgirl. More people will see it now than when it was supposed to come out.
Yeah. Haven't we always said, Ian, we have a soft spot for Warner's?
We do. I like Warner's. I think Warner's made some real great movies in history. But unfortunately, they just need to get off their ass and do the right thing. That's what they need to do. But they're not going to, because as I said, in LA, they're entrenched in this nonsense. They actually believe this nonsense is going to flourish in the future. It's not. It's not, because it doesn't make any logical sense. If you put people in a movie that's unlikable, people are not going to watch it. That's just one logic out of all the stupid logics that you think work. It doesn't work. People want to see movies. They want to enjoy themselves. They want to be lectured to at all.
Well, the stock's so cheap now, I'm going to buy a bunch of it and then go to a shareholder meeting and suggest they hire Ian for 50 quid a week to run the company.
I'll do it.
What is the? Do we know what the share? What does junk status mean for the Brits? What does that mean? It doesn't sound good.
It means that the not only has the price dropped, but their expectation that they'll be able to actually meet the targets that are set for them are very, very low. So
yeah, it's $9.79 a share at the moment.
That's not a lot,
yeah,
is it?
yeah. So they're saying that it's unlikely that their stock price is going to increase significantly. So anybody investing in it is unlikely to get significant payday from that. And then also just the price itself is already just exceptionally low.
In 2021, it was near $80 a share.
Yep.
Fuck.
It also has to do somewhat with the amount of debt that a company holds. That's part of what goes into their expectations that they'll be able to, actually make something off of investing in this. So right now they are holding a debt ratio. I think it's about 3.5 times.
And their
their
P&E,
revenues.
their P&E is in the gutter.
What's a P&E?
Price to earnings ratio, and
Nice.
then you carry that against the debt.
Okay. World Swap Shop, hello swappers, wrenched. I remember when each episode of Star Trek Next Gen used to cost $1 million. Yeah. And that was a lot at the time, wasn't it?
Scandalous, yes.
It looked like too much at the time.
Yep.
That's
Here's a
what
question,
Disney's.
question before
Go
we
on.
change the picture.
Yep.
Does that guy there, does that look like old Biff Tannen from Back to the Future 2?
A little bit, yeah. Yeah. David, as I say every time, David Zalala is actually on Twitter.
Or his assistant is. I don't know.
His account hasn't seen any action for a long time, but it's him. Anyway, should we move on?
Yeah.
Beep, 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 boo. Okay. Fandango, Regal, and AMC theatres all crashed due to ticket sales for the Fantastic-4 First Steps.
I don't believe that.
No, me.
It's
Unless it crashes at zero.
BS.
It's complete bullshit, yes.
Unless it was everybody calling up to laugh their asses off.
Yeah, to pretend they were going to book.
Apparently it was
Then
this
hanging up.
it was this shill website who did this. Cosmic Marvel, apparently. It is bullshit, yes.
Yeah, their projections just got downgraded again. So if this was in any way, shape, or form true, all of the rest of the news we're hearing wouldn't be happening.
But isn't that a great photograph though of the two lovely couples with the husband at the back and the wife at the front?
Yes. Yes. Where's the baby?
At least they let the women get off their feet for a minute.
Ian?
Just I can't be asked talking about this rubbish. It's a complete and utter lie. Let's just move on, shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with Megan.
Okay. It's a sidestep. Fantastic-4 First Steps director Max Chapman says comic book writer Jonathan Hickman influenced his movie. It was Hickman's deep insight into the specific family dynamics of the four that affected me the most. What? Is Reed Richards is part Steve Jobs, what? And part Oppenheimer. Always on the edge of saving the world or destroying it, the author runs right at Mr. Fantastic's weakness, believing that he can and should do it all on his own. What a load of bollocks.
That man in that photograph there, I would bet my rent they put the wrong picture up. That's Joe Abercrombie from about 10 years ago. Not joking. That's Joe Abercrombie from about 10 years ago.
It's like they're coming out and saying the exact opposite of everything they were saying a month ago.
So poor old Reed Richards, he's basically a softie and not manly, so his wife has to. You can fill in the rest.
Here you go, John Yulden Woolspot. Flame on. Yep.
He will be.
Yeah, he looks like he already is, to be honest. I mean,
what did this guy direct? One of the Disney. Which one was it?
Who cares?
listen, I just know Jonathan Hickman is that many comic book fans consider him vastly overrated. He's no Tom King, but a lot of us have gotten tired of him from a long time ago. If you're going to do a Fantastic-4 movie, you got to look at the Byrne run and the Kirby run. That's all.
Prof, is this correct? My local theatre has 23 seats for sold on opening day across 8 showings. What?
Yeah, that's
2 in Minimax.
Yeah, only 2 in the little mini IMAX theater. Yep. It's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. There's no way they were crashing websites getting tickets. That's absurd.
I haven't seen the slides. Do you have one about the test screening and the mid or meh?
Don't know. Can't remember.
Okay, well, the test screenings have all been absolutely disastrous. And one of them got leaked to a guy that was actually in the
I think
screening.
we discussed this. Did we say this on Sunday?
Little bit, yeah.
The guy said he was sitting next to a guy who just started sort of waving his arms or flailing, going, "This is so mid.
Ian,
this is so mid." Oh no, because he wasn't saying this is shit. This is shit. But like the movie was so bad, the guy was having a seizure. That's what it sounded like.
Chat, who's going to see Fantastic-4? Anyone?
You know what, right? What's really interesting is they got such great material to bounce off to make into a movie. The Kirby run was fantastic. Why didn't they not just take the Kirby run, which is the classic run, and try and take from the comics and make Fantastic-4 that way?
Patriarchy, that's why.
It's just ridiculous, isn't it?
A lot of these box office predictions are just they are delusional. Still, I think Disney is putting out a lot of false stories and plans, trying to make the movie seem like it's going to do a lot better than it is. Yeah, they always do this kind of thing.
How can you think a lie would make everything better? What is the logic behind that? So we'll put out loads of bits on X and Facebook and saying how the whole thing has been booked out, whatever. What do you think that people go, oh, it's all booked out, I better book my seat? That never happens.
Some people probably do, but it's probably like half a dozen people. It's not going to make any difference.
I mean, some people are sheep, and if they start hearing that everyone's buying tickets, and look at what happened with Barbenheimer. People got on the bandwagon. They're trying to create a hype train for this, and if it works, it would make a difference. But I guarantee you, after the first week and people see what this movie is, it really doesn't matter what they said or tried to pretend was going on anymore.
Here you go, Atom Grey Roached. F4, F off. It's the simple things.
Yeah.
It's do you know what, right? It's their sheer fucking hubris. They think this is good. Yeah. And that we're just gonna fucking lap it up.
I was thinking F4H, but I don't know if they have the 4-H club over in England. So, because it's going to be very female centric.
Okay, let's. What did he direct? Was it WandaVision?
No clue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
I think WandaVision.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
go on.
Directing a TV show, particularly for Disney, is a little bit different than movies. But
he was going to direct the Star Trek film as well. He was associated with that, Star Trek 4. By the way, let's move on.
WandaVision is about when I started checking out because I didn't make it to the end of that.
First 2 episodes, WandaVision, pretty good. Then it's went.
I'll tell you what, he's been a gun for hire when it comes to TV, and he's made some episodes even for shows that are decent. But other than that, he hasn't really made movies, and there's nothing about him that I think that really stands out. He's a good gun for hire. If you have like a series now and it has like 20 episodes in a season, and one of them you need a guy to do what your vision is, you give him a screenplay and you say, do this now and shut up, then this guy can do it. But in terms of having a vision and making a movie, I think this guy's out of his league. And the only reason he gets these jobs is he probably kisses Kevin Feige's ass in a way that Kevin Feige likes, so he gets the gig.
When I look at that picture, the only thing I think of is a half calf soy latte or a full calf soy latte.
Full. Also, you know what I think?
Well, there you go.
He probably
there you go, folks.
goes.
There it is. There it is.
He probably goes to these kind of restaurants that they have like fake hot dogs that are made out of like peas and carrots.
Yeah, he definitely strikes me as
peas and carrots.
He definitely strikes me. He definitely looks like the tiny plate restaurant kind of guy, where you go and get a really tiny plate with a little thing of fake meat on it. Yeah,
like two mushrooms with a little piece of kale next to them. That's his dinner.
Yum yum. Hi Vex. Okay.
Hey Vex out in the chat. Where's your sandwich?
Okay, let's move on. Hi Mog. I can see Mog as well. Hello Mog.
Sidestep or move on?
The official new poster from whatever. Look at Pedro. Smug expression.
So annoying.
Get fucked.
This looks like a 1970s cop show where all the cops are in their pajamas.
They think, I just look at that poster and they just think they're really, really good. You can just tell, aren't we good? Look at this. This is really good. Can't you tell?
You know why? You know why? No, I can explain this to you. I can explain this to you. Pedro Pascal, if I were him, I'd be smiling too. Any movie that comes out, he's in it. He's been making money. Every movie pays him millions and millions of dollars. I don't even know how it's possible that to be in so many movies and shows and projects as much as Pedro Pascal, and he manages to just be in every place, everywhere. What's that movie? Everywhere at once, or whatever that thing is called. That's Pedro Pascal's life. He's everywhere, and he collects checks any place he goes. I would be smiling too. And the other thing is, he's a complete weirdo. He's not who he pretends to be. He's a phony, but all the media loves him. And no matter what he says, even if it's the most like divisive and crazy stuff, they're all going to say that he's wonderful and he's stunning and brave. And if I were him, I would be smiling too. Why not?
I think he has a twin brother that's a secret, or maybe he's cloned or bi-generated.
Cloned, like triplets. There's triplet. That's what's going to be at the end. There's like triplet Pedro Pascal walking around.
Definitely bi-generated, and there's actually more than one of those things making movies. That
perhaps there's 4 Pedros. Think about it.
He is,
and that's number 4. That's number 4. Yeah.
Unfortunately, none of them seem to be much better than.
Drink everybody. John Yulden Wallaspot. Price is Right.
Hey John, how's it going?
He's like the new Aquafina. She was everywhere and was also like nails.
Right, and at the end, what happened to her? You know why she kind of faded out? Because it turned out that she was pretending to sound African American, even though she wasn't, or something like that. There was something that annoyed people, and I think that's why you hear less about her now.
Yeah.
And remember, this guy comes from an extremely wealthy and privileged family, but he likes to pretend he's one of the people and that he's been victimized and all that. That's absolutely not the case here. He's certainly, he's from one of the wealthiest families in Argentina. They were able to immigrate, to Denmark and then to the States. Like normal working folk, they don't get to do that.
Right, and there was also some weird shenanigans, which I don't remember the details, but there's also some very strange things that nobody ever mentions. It's like there is such a shield of protection surrounding this Pedro Pascal guy, and I'm not saying I don't know the guy, and I'm not gonna say that I know 100% what he does, and if it's controversial or not. But if one day suddenly it turned out that this guy did some crazy things, I wouldn't be surprised.
His father stole a bunch of women's eggs in a fertility clinic fraud thing. He literally stole women's eggs.
Maybe he created a bunch of Pedro Pascals, and that's why with their eggs, and that's why he's in every movie now.
Oh my God, you're right. That's so,
He cloned Pedro Pascal.
He was. I
There's
will
100
say
of them.
he was good in Narcos, though.
that
Yes,
really
he-
dovetails into the whole clone theory, though, right?
And on that
Yeah.
bombshell.
He was good in Narcos, and he was good in Game of Thrones, and in whatever role he was in. But these are shows that had him as sort of like a supporting character. It's not like necessarily you stopped everything you were doing and you were there to watch Pedro Pascal. He did whatever he needed to do. He's an okay character actor, but man, not the kind of guy you give every leading role to. He's not that kind of actor.
No, I did think he was really good in Game of Thrones. He played that part really well, fitted the character from the book perfectly, I think. But
Fair enough, and I've said that
don't want
too.
to see him in everything. Well,
I think that
honestly, at this
early-
Too
stage,
much. It's just
don't
too
want to see him
much.
in anything really. Sick looking at him.
Hasn't he got film out at the moment?
Well, he's in everything, so he must have.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
always has something.
He always does. There, with Dakota Johnson and Chris Evans, there's something come out.
Oh,
that
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
romantic comedy, or he's like in a threesome with. I don't even know, man.
Okay, let's.
I don't even feel like
Trouble.
looking at what that is.
Okay, I think there's lots of sidestepping. Okay, another poster. Real 3D, real VD.
Why do they look so moist? This Fantastic-4.
What?
I don't know. I can't explain it. I mean,
What do
I
you
even
mean,
think-
like in a sexual way? What are you talking about?
They seem very fluffy and not like not badass. They look kind of like
Well,
Yeah, they're total. It's the soy-tastic 4.
it's
man.
the
They're
soy.
totally,
That's exactly it. They're the
Well-
Soy-tastic-4. That's what they look like. I am telling you, and I say this each time like a broken record. Put up like a poster of the Fantastic-4 from the 2000s, whatever that was. They look
Yeah.
a lot better than this. This looks
The-
awful. They look
the-
terrible. Their suits, whatever. This is shitty. As Ian likes to say, it's shit.
Yeah,
they've got
Ben
the
Grimm,
they've got
Ben-
the abattoir boots on.
yeah, Ben Grimm should be twice the freaking size of Vanessa
look
Kirby.
so-
Come on, man.
I agree. This looks awful.
I think you're right. I think if I met these people in the street, I would take their wallets.
I'm still going with pajama cops. I really, it's like a.
Is
a
there
cop
a
in
subtle
pajamas.
rainbow in the background? Or is that just me?
There will be maybe in. You know it's going to happen.
Ian, you liking that?
No, this film's going to suck. Everybody knows that. It's going to suck big time because it's no secret that Sue Storm's going to be the woman boss and she's going to boss everyone around. So
Why
She's the
does-
leader of the team. She's
Why
the
does-
actual
so?
leader.
Yeah, no, definitely. And it boils down to it's girl boss on girl boss action at the end. Her versus the Silver Surfette. And they're both going to end up being good guys and saving the world against Galactus. Why does Herbie always have a black eye? That really bugs him. Who's punching him? I bet it's Sue.
Shall we? Another poster, new poster, Fantastic-4. First steps.
All right, you know that guy from Will and Grace? He looks at this and go, "Wow, that dude's gay."
Seriously.
I
have nothing to say on this crap.
There's a first.
What is it? Brokeback Fantastic.
I can't quit you, Mega Geek.
The Brokeback Tastic
I
4.
can't quit you.
And let's say, in Vanessa Kirby's almost like 50. Like, come on, man.
She's
us at
40.
least-
She's in her early 40s, isn't she? 50?
I don't know. She
She's
looks like an
pregnant at the
alien. Doesn't
moment.
matter how old she is. She looks like an alien.
Yeah, what?
See, I like
Give
this. There you
us-
go.
Give us Sydney Sweeney,
Very
man.
good. Very good. It's not perfect world, is there? You know?
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's 30. I was thinking 40 instead of. Okay, she's 37, but still.
There you go.
So she's almost 40, not almost 50.
50.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Hey, I was only off by 10 years, man.
Okay. Let's move on. Okay, so the merch. New look at Galactus popcorn bucket for the Fantastic Four First Steps. It is 17.5 inches tall and 20 inches wide.
More
what we're
people
talking
are
about
going to
here.
buy this than see
Wow.
the
Popcorn bucket?
movie.
That's all right. It's not
Yeah,
bad.
yeah. This will do better than the film will. More people are going to buy this thing.
The HasLab
Not-
popcorn bucket.
Not available in the UK.
Does
Again.
look like Galactus, though. That's something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of the other one, which looked like bad weather.
All made in China.
I remember years ago, this has got nothing to do with anything really. I had a coloring book, a Marvel coloring book, and they had Galactus. I know, like I spent weeks on it with a felt tip pens coloring it in.
Bless you. Oh, that's a
And it
lovely
looked
story.
like that. It looked like the proper Galactus.
Oh, that's a lovely story, Melvin.
Do you guys not do popcorn in the UK?
We do, but we
Yeah.
don't do buckets.
Why not, man?
We don't do butter popcorn either.
Oh, we put toffee in ours like normal people.
So you put butter on your sandwiches, but not on your
No, we don't do that.
popcorn.
Ian likes it salty, don't you, Ian? Because you're
No.
bitter.
No, sweet. I
Okay.
always get sweet popcorn.
Yeah, that's to neutralise your bitterness, though, isn't it?
But in America, they put sugar in the bread, which is like insane. Why would you do that?
What?
America puts sugar in everything, man.
Everything.
Everything. Even like
On
the
the bread.
ketchup, tomato sauce.
Did
They put sugar in the
sugar?
salt here, man. You
I
kidding
think
me?
Mm.
we spoke about this before. In Ireland, in Subway, there's so much sugar in the
Right.
bread that they're not allowed to call it bread.
Right,
because-
it's cake.
Yeah, because legally it qualifies as
Fuck.
cake. There's that much sugar in it.
Yeah, it's like
Mm.
36% sugar or something. Yeah.
Okay.
But I
Anyway,
think if
that's one of them.
Just saying that
George's
they were
Rex.
trying to introduce in England the way the Americans eat their popcorn by sticking M&Ms in there and all
Oh,
that.
shite.
They were
Oh,
doing
we
that.
don't do
at,
that.
They were doing that at Cineworld a couple of days ago. I just thought,
Oh,
no,
just
I
too
can't
much.
do
Disgusting.
that. Yeah,
First look at Herbie concession vessel. What? For Fantastic Four. Hold
It's a cup.
popcorn.
Oh, that holds pop.
Hold
Oh,
popcorn,
I see. It's one that does
drinking
both. Okay.
candy in all one place.
Yep.
yeah, when I read concession, I thought it was more like Herbie the reparation vessel for
do you know what? This film's gonna-
apologizing for whiteness all
Yeah, that's
around
coming
the
to the
world.
UK, that is, Dory.
this film is going to flop big time, and all this stuff that's linked with it, all the toys, is going to
Tat.
be put in that big
It's just
pit
tat.
where the ET game is.
Yeah,
It's gonna be put there.
the
That's where it's
Atari
gonna be
game.
put. Yeah,
buried.
exactly. Yeah.
They'll go through Ollie's first, and yeah. But you know what's linked to this movie that they're not going to be able to put in the ditch?
What's that?
Avengers Doomsday is linked to this movie, and that's really the thing that is worrying Marvel, because
Okay.
the setup for that movie is this movie, and they're
Okay.
already reducing Pedro Pascal's role in Doomsday, and they're moving it over to Star-Lord, Chris Pratt. They're really the main star of Doomsday was originally going to be Pedro Pascal, but with
Mhm.
all the stuff going on and
What?
his stuff flopping, they started to get cold feet, and they started looking for somebody else who can lead the film. And it looks like they've settled on Chris Pratt, which may work in terms of an audience, but thematically for the Avengers doesn't work as well.
Do you know what, right, guys? They don't even make toys properly either. Was it last year? I got my little nephew Iron Man, the Iron Man doll, right? And he got it for Christmas. He was so happy. Then he got really upset because he couldn't bend his arm. You know, it was just play. It was solid. He couldn't bend his knee, couldn't bend his arm,
Oh,
and
dear.
he was like, this is. He said to me, Uncle, this is rubbish. I can't do anything with this, and it's true. I remember when we had Action Man, they could bend everything,
Articulated.
everything, and honestly,
Yeah,
not even
tell-
toys.
Tell him to hand it to Melvin. Melvin will bend that damn arm.
Okay, let's sidestep, probably.
Dun, dun, dun.
First
What
look
is
at
this?
Fantastic-4 popcorn bucket for Fantastic-4 First Steps.
Oh, fuck off. Seriously.
I looked at that and my first thought was a cigarette lighter. It's like the Fantastic-4 meth pipe and lighter.
Stupidness, seriously.
Fantastic-4 meth pipe.
That
you definitely don't get that in the UK.
And they're talking about doing a live action Incredibles. This is where they should be doing right now.
Do you know what they should have done? They should have cast unknowns to play the Fantastic Four, and also they should have got someone that's really talented to write the screenplay and direct. That's what they should have, but they didn't do that. So
anybody but Pedro. Yeah,
seriously, they should have got unknowns. They should have got unknowns to play the Fantastic Four.
Bob Smith has a point about that lead paint. I gotta say,
there you go. Bob Smith, 98-6. Kids' toys have been shit since they stopped using lead paint. Yes,
absolutely, man.
Yeah. Well,
honestly, they are shit, aren't they? The toys that they have now, especially for young boys. Absolute rubbish. They really are.
Well, most of them are not. Most of them are not made for them to actually play with anyway. They're made for collectors, because most kids don't play with toys anymore because they have phones.
Yeah.
Well, kids of say 1 to 4 to 5, they do play with toys. They really do. But unfortunately, they're not making the toys so they're playable. They're not making them.
No, it's cheap shit from
yeah.
China. Okay, let's see what's next.
Oh, no.
Okay, I think this will be the last one. Robert Downey Jr. definitely shot at least one scene for Doom for the Fantastic Four, but it wasn't filmed by Soy Boy.
Isn't it that clip that was all running around on the internet where he destroys Thanos? Anybody seen that clip?
No.
No, but why is Emily Blunt a -1?
You're very loud.
I am.
Yeah.
Mud crab.
Emily why is Emily Blunt -1? Even Melvin thinks she looks okay.
Yeah, Emily Blunt. Come on, where's this Emily Blunt come from?
Emily Blunt's all right. I agree.
Mud. Sorry, go on.
I just checked the Fantastic Four tickets in my area, which is a major city, and the major theaters.
Oh, it's a hyphen.
Okay.
and I'm looking at 7 seats sold for the 8:00 show on opening day. 4 or 5 seats for the IMAX showing. Like, this is worse than Thunderbolts was.
It is fairly early. Remember, this is we're still pretty far out, but yeah, it's not good. And the BS about them crashing servers with people buying tickets is nonsense.
Yeah, it's bullshit. Z3PO Wrench was about Doom is the one in the ship at the end of the Blunderbolts. Never seen it. Is it? Is he?
Don't know.
Don't know.
MJQK whatever says Mega Geek on major projects. Second unit director do a lot of the filming. No, the second unit director doesn't do a lot of the filming. The cameraman does the filming or the videoing these days. The second director is the one that keeps the crew on production, makes them do their jobs and speed things up and move people when they're just being lazy and stuff like that. They're kind of in charge of the set, but the major director is mostly in charge of the set. They help out and they try to make the crew move faster, kind of thing. So yeah, they don't film.
There you go. Okay, have we finished then with this?
I am. I'm not going to see this.
Doom is in the after credit scene in this movie, in case people didn't know. So, or
it's pretty well rumored.
Doom.
Are we all going to see what you call it? F4. I am, unfortunately. I don't want to, but
I think they showed it on somebody video off screen when Doom at the ending. I think the end credits is Doom turns up and some planet, and Thanos is there, and Doom destroys him. Nobody's seen that clip?
Out? What date is it out?
I don't know.
Well,
Oh,
this
oh,
is July
oh,
27th.
July. Yeah.
Dreaming
I-
that? I don't think I was.
I'm gonna see Superman, but I'm gonna hold off on this. I'll go see Scarlett Johansson get her clothes ripped off by a dinosaur instead.
Cool. You know, I might go
Yeah.
see that as well. I think that'll be fun, even though it'll be
Jurassic Park World, whatever you call it. That's gonna be the big hit of the summer.
Yeah, I have to say the
Probably,
trailer.
Oh, it
trailer
is.
do-
Okay.
I mean, the last ones were just god awful, but the trailer doesn't suck. It. I'm not gonna lie. I saw the trailer. I'm like, you know what? You
And-
got my attention.
And I'm going to see F1 as well.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
IMAX.
That is it, folks. That is it. We did quite well.
Really? Oh, thank
Yes.
God.
Oh, no bonus.
No,
No
not
bo-
today. No.
No bonus bin.
No.
Okay.
You don't have any more Doctor Who slides you want to put us through?
Okay.
More
let me
punishments
see. Okay, so here you go, Melvin.
Thrashes about.
Okay.
Great. Christopher Biggins in a phone box.
That is it, folks. Super
thank
last
God.
minute. As I said, I've been having computer issues. So, chat, you are wonderful. Thank you for the interaction, the super chats, and steady numbers considering it was very, very, very last minute. So, chat, you are the best. We will see you next time. Let's get the guests up. Who first? Who first? Professor Artoo. Cheers, Prof.
Yeah, cheers. Cheers, bro.
Thank you. Okay, who's next? Price of Reason.
Yes. Are we plugging
Yes,
stuff?
you can plug, mate. Go on, go for it. Fill your boots.
Okay. So ever since I told people about the live stream channel, we got a nice influx of new subscribers, but we're still not at 1,000. So that's what
Where
I'm
are
trying.
you at?
I'll share the link now. Whoever hasn't yet subscribed to this, which is our
Do it
live
now.
stream
Send the
channel.
fucking boys round.
Exactly. This is the live stream channel. So a lot of people don't know they're sub to the regular channel. They're not to the live stream channel. This is really, really important. Everybody should stop what they're doing.
In principle, it's very, very. It's simple to have two channels. Why do you make it sound so complicated?
You know what? You think it's simple, but I'll tell you that a lot of people are not aware. You think that it's so easy. They're not aware that there's two channels. So
on that bombshell,
I put the one for the live stream channel.
Sub
I'm
his
not
channel,
even pushing both
peeps.
of them.
For fuck's sake, sub it.
Can I make a recommendation if you want the subs to go up?
Okay, what is it?
Stop putting Donald Trump on your thumbnails because 50% of your
There you
audience
go.
don't
There you
want to
go.
see him.
There you go.
I understand.
Boom, have that.
Probably even the people who like him don't want to see him on thumbnails about.
Let's move on from that. Okay. Melvin Deeply. Cheers, Melvin.
Nay bother Bruin. That's it. I have nothing to plug.
Yes. Have you got something to plug?
Nothing.
Okay. Istaphobas. Cheers, my friend.
Cheers. Thank you, chat. It truly is the best chat on YouTube. Come say hi to me on Twitter, man. It's lonely talking to all the porno bots. So same name on Twitter.
If I get one more Chinese whatever saying I'm my wing from I will.
I love that I get Elon Musk's secret hidden account that
Yeah,
he uses to give money away.
yeah, I've
I'm
had
like,
that.
oh,
And
sure. Sounds good to me.
last but by no means least, it is. I think he was in a mood tonight. The Mega Geek. Cheers, Ed.
Who is that sexy
Oh,
beast?
I wasn't in. I'm not in a
You've had
mood
enough,
at
haven't
all.
you? You've had enough.
I just had enough of the crap.
We all have, mate.
But,
we all have.
haven't we
We
all?
all have.
Yeah.
That is it. Melvin and my good self will be back tomorrow modding Open Bar. I think that's it, everybody. We will see you very soon. We'll see you at the weekend.
Oh wait, I do have something to plug.
Go on.
I do have something to plug. Give me 2 seconds. Here,
Hurry up.
The Plot Strikes Back. Masculine Mondays. Something we all need.
Yes.
On Monday, talking about the 13th Warrior.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Okay.
So there we go.
Is that
Link
on
in the
your
chat.
channel?
That's not. That is on the Plot Strikes Back. So that'll be the guy who owns the channel, Nick, Goodwin, me, Leon, a few others.
There you go. And he's done the link. Okay.
Man, that movie was one of the biggest flops of all time, but it's good.
Okay. I think I was in Hollywood when that was out. Okay. That's it, everybody. We'll see you next time. Take care, everybody.
Cheerio.
Cheers.